am delighted to be speaking to one of the most remarkable people that I am very fortunate to know. I actually went to school with her. Her name is Megs. She is calling in from Johannesburg, South Africa, and we're going to be talking to her about her journey, because she's had a very interesting, challenging and wonderful life, and she has so much beautiful wisdom to share, and she's a very kind and loving person, and she is part of a wonderful project in South Africa, which she's going to share a little bit about. So thank you so much for having a chat with us, Megs.
Oh no, you made me all emotional with your words. You're so sweet. I'm so grateful to know you. I really am.
Start off by just telling me about your life and what brought you to being part of the wonderful project that is the Rare Bear Project.
So when I was 15, I was diagnosed with a rare disease called myasthenia gravis. And what happens with that is the message between my nerves and my muscles gets blocked. So I'll know that I need to speak or swallow or walk or lift my arms above my head, and I literally can't. It's like my brain just has a fart moment and doesn't want to do what it's meant to. And so yeah, it was tough because I was still in high school. I had to take a year off school to go into hospital to have operations, and then I started at a brand new school, which is where I met you. And that's where I was for the last 2 years of high school. And yeah, my health was up and down. I was in hospital a lot. I'm on immune suppressants to try and make my body behave, but that also means that I'm very susceptible to any type of infection. So I ended up with septicemia. I've been on a ventilator, in a coma. I've been operated on at least once a year. Multiple hospitalizations. I honestly can't even tell you how many I've had. And yeah, so it was just, every day was sort of a struggle, and I didn't know what to expect from day to day. Like, today could be a really good day and I decide to go for a walk, and then tomorrow I pay for it and I can't get out of bed. So yeah, that was quite tough. In 2012, I got married to the most wonderful man who loves me, warts and all.
In the background.
Yeah.
Wonderful
He's behind here. And he loves me regardless. So whether I was drooling, or he had to bath me or help me get dressed or dry my hair or come home from a full day at the office and cook our meals because I was in bed, he has done it all. So I've really, really been blessed. And then I joined a support group, which was Rare Diseases South Africa. And I realized how amazing it was to find other people who understood me. As much as friends and family understood, well, partly understood what I was going through, I don't think you can ever really get what someone's going through unless you're in the same situation. And with rare diseases, I really felt like I'd found my tribe. They knew what it was like to have to cancel events at the last minute, or to be emotionally broken because your body just wasn't listening to you, or to be so exhausted that putting one step in front of the other was taking everything out of you. And I started out volunteering for them, organizing events, because I was living in a different province. So organizing fundraising events. And then when we moved to Johannesburg, I was unable to get another job because I was being admitted into hospital for a week out of every month. And obviously no employer wants someone like that. So I got more involved with rare diseases and started working for them whenever I could. And then I took over the Rare Bear Project, and it's really a passion project of mine. I've loved crocheting for a couple of years now, and we've gone out into a very poor location in the township, and we've got 40 women that work for us, and they crochet the most adorable little toys. We've got 7 animals in our range, and through them being able to crochet, they can provide for their families. Many of the women were staying at home they were unable to work because if they went to work, then no one could look after their children. They were digging in rubbish bins to find food to feed their children. They were unhappy because they felt like they didn't have a purpose. And it's amazing to see the joy that it brings to someone having a purpose. They are now able to send their children to school. They can send money home to their families in Zimbabwe or wherever they come from. The one lady has even bought a cow for her family, which in African culture is huge.
Amazing.
Yeah, they've reached whole new levels, and you can see the pride that they take in their work and the joy that it brings to them. So yeah, that's the Rare Bear Project, and people can buy one for themselves or they can donate one to a patient with a rare disease, and then we courier them wherever in the country a patient is, and it just brings such joy and love to them.
Oh, that's amazing, Megs. You're very good, you know. You're very smooth when you talk.
Oh.
You nailed it. I feel like we don't need to do any more. But I will ask you, for anybody who is experiencing or who has a rare disease or is experiencing severe illness, being through what you've been through, what advice would you give somebody who's going through something like that?
I think what's most important is finding a doctor that believes you. In the beginning, when I started getting sick, I went to a doctor who told me I had an eating disorder, and that's why I wasn't able to swallow. He then told me I had another psychosomatic condition, and I was looking for attention. And you begin to doubt yourself because you're like, well, is that true? Like, am I really just making this up for attention? So yeah, find someone who believes you and don't give up on what you know is the truth, because I think you know your body better than anyone. And just finding your tribe. There are rare disease support groups all over the world, and we constantly in contact with all the other support groups. So there's disease specific support groups, and then there's rare diseases as a whole. And I think finding people who are maybe further along in their journey, who are able to offer advice or maybe give contact details of someone that you could go visit. It's so important to have those people around you who will cry with you, laugh with you, support you. I think I'm a bit of a unicorn. Like, I'm that creature who really wants to just bring joy and happiness to people. I put on my little positivity pants in the morning, and I really just try and see the good wherever I can. I've set myself a goal to find at least one good thing in every day, because I think sometimes in the depths of depression, you can't see the good, and that's like being chronically ill. Depression is quite a common thing, and I've had to make it a clear focus to find the good, and now it comes to me, and I find something to smile about every day. It might be something as simple as my husband baked me cookies in the morning, or the sun is shining, but just find that one happy thing. So yeah, I think I'm a little bit of a unicorn, a little bit crazy, colorful, quirky, not all there, like I'm a little bit crazy, but yeah.
I think that's perfect. So if people would like to support the project or purchase one of your gorgeous stuffed animals, can we go online to do that?
Yeah, so we have Facebook and Instagram, which is Rare Bear Project, and then we also have a website, which is rarebearproject.org, and we can deliver anywhere in South Africa. We have delivered overseas a couple of times, but postage is really expensive, and I'm not sure now with lockdown, the possibility. But yeah, you can donate a rare bear there as well. They're 150 Rand to donate one and 180 Rand to own one of your own.
Thank you so much, Megsy. I adore you, and you're such an inspiration, and the world is very lucky to have someone like you.
I love you, Nell. Thank you so much. Don't make me cry.